Hey guys, so I'm coming to you via video now today. So I'm trying something new. I am trying to spend less time in front of my own computer, which running an online business and doing so much social media work makes it a little difficult sometimes. But it's part of my new moon intention for this new lunar cycle is that I really have been noticing that I don't want to be in front of my computer all the time and I want to start doing things a little bit more efficiently. And so for me, that might be coming to you via video now instead of spending so much time putting writings together and all of this. And so we'll try and we'll see and stay open to whatever happens with that. But this new moon, it's a new moon today, so we start a new lunar cycle. And if you know me, you know that I really love following the cycles of the moon because the moon is all about our intuition and our inner world and our inner psyche, and we really learn a lot about ourselves by following what's coming up through the cycles in the phases of the moon as she moves through her monthly cycles. And especially for women as well, we have the opportunity to track our own moon cycle, so our menstrual cycle, and noticing if we're bleeding with the new moon or the full moon or in between, like where's our cycle, where are we ovulating, and where are we, because just as the moon is shifting phases every day, so are we. And so it's a really beautiful way to start to track and notice patterns, be it emotional or thought patterns or physical patterns, whatever the case may be. And so we have a new moon in Aries. So we have a fire sign. And I'm sure since the last full moon, or really maybe even this whole year, you've noticed a lot of things coming up. And this is really a time where we're being asked to look at ourselves and look at what is truly hindering us, whether it's physical habits or patterns that we have, or mental habits or patterns. Do we have certain thought patterns around certain things and issues? Are we closed down? Are we open? The same thing with our emotional state and health as well. Are we closed down in certain areas? And are we okay with the moments when we're down ourselves, when we're not feeling so great? Because that's important. It's important because if we're not okay with our own ups and downs, we're not going to be okay with anyone else's ups and downs. So the old saying that it always starts with you, with us. And so this new moon and the fire sign of Aries, just really taking a moment to notice what's been coming up for you, what's been triggering you, what have you been noticing, holding you back, any blocks that you have. And over the last waning period of the moon, as she grew from her fullness into the darkness of the new moon, you start to go more within and more introverted, and you can start to really see some of the deeper, darker things, whatever way that they come out. Again, be it physical, thought, mental, emotional, spiritual, and it's probably usually always a little combination of it all. So it's a beautiful time to look at all of that and then see on this new moon, we have the opportunity, it's a new lunar cycle. We have the opportunity to plant our seeds in the dark soil of this new moon and plant the seeds of the intentions of what we want for this next lunar cycle. So for myself, the fears, the deep things that have been coming up for me, holding me back, and I have been setting intentions around changing those and taking action steps to actually create the change. Whereas if there's a fear of community, then I'm going to reach out more to other people and make myself, put myself out there in that way. And so really sit with what it is that you want to plant for this next lunar cycle. How do you want your life to look? And this is a master year. In tantric numerology, it's a year 11, which is a master number. And so we really have the opportunity, we're being asked and called to really step into our full light and to not be afraid of sharing that anymore. And Yeah, and it takes courage to do that. It takes courage. It takes great courage to look at our life and look at where we know that we've done wrong, where we could have done better, and to really honor that and love all aspects of ourselves so that then we can move and we can grow and we can be more open and softer towards others, and we can forgive ourselves and forgive others and know that, you know, life is never guaranteed to be perfect and easy. And as much as you think your own life is hard, or as much as I think my own life may be hard in some ways, so is everybody else's. We're all in it together. And I think that that community is something that's been really coming up for me lately. And yeah, and that's part of my intention of coming to you via video, is because I think it's more personal for me. It's more personable, and I feel like I can connect to you a little bit more. Even though I can't see you, you can see me, and maybe that will help you connect to resonate with me a little bit more rather than just reading something. And yeah. So I think that's about it. I'm going to keep them short and sweet because I don't want to spend too much time on my computer anymore. So I want to keep things really a lot more efficient. And so I send you guys big, big love, and knowing that all of my events are on my calendar. So you can take weekly classes with me online and in the studio, and the Aquarian sadhanas twice a month, and the Crystal Vibe Tribe events and so forth. So all of that will always be linked at the bottom. And yeah, so I send you guys big love, big hugs. Mwah. Ciao. Happy new moon.